gotta be smart about stuff. And following the herd is not going to get you seen, sweetheart. You gotta stand out. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, you don't like everybody to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So what makes you think that somebody's supposed to like you? Or why would you want someone to be solely responsible for your pleasure? No. Boom. Do I need to say anything else? Okay, I thought so. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. That's what you're gonna have to tell somebody, because I had to tell somebody that one day.
Yes, y'allin', jigga man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon-toed, some of them be crawlin'. Get the best of you whenever I put my all in. Have mommies callin' for the law, darling. Jigga and Paulin', ass drop, coops with half the top, expose half my knot. Niggas mad when I brag about the cash I got, but I'm used to not having a lot. I'm from the gutter and
Hey guys, don't I look cute? Anywho, so today we're gonna do a get ready with me. Also, in conjunction with 20 things every woman should know in their 30s. You know, I'll be turning 40 in a couple of weeks, y'all. So I just felt like, let me do a little get ready with my girls. And I curated this little list of things. And I felt like I wanted to share. So if you're interested, sit back, relax, grab a glass of wine, and let's get into something. Sorry, if you see me keep looking down, I'm looking at my phone because I took some notes. So we're gonna probably just, you know, do a combination between the 20 things every woman should know and me doing my makeup. I'm probably not gonna go in depth into like what I'm using because I have not mastered the skill of multitasking, being on camera and being able to, like I'm having a hard time with it. I think eventually I'm gonna get better at it, but I ain't there yet, girl. So let's get into some things. Let's go. All right. So first of all, we're gonna just get started with the base of our makeup, and today I'm gonna be using the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. So what I'll try to do is, like, if I remember, I'm gonna mention the things that I've put on my face. If you see me looking down, I'm looking down at my mirror just to make sure that I am doing my part. So all I do is, I just take some of the moisturizer and get into the base of the application. So 20 things every woman should know in their 30s is, do not attend events empty-handed. So the reason why I kind of brought this up is because I don't think that everyone was I guess raised in a sense of knowing that when you go to certain places that you should always bring something. So here's what I would say. I'm trying to simplify it so that everyone can understand the instances where you should bring something. So if you're going to someone's house, even if it's just a friend, and it could be like your best friend, your best buddy or whatever, just ask them, like, on your way there, like, do you need anything from the store, anything like that? Or, you know, the obvious stuff, like if you're going to a housewarming, if you're going to a baby shower, if you're going to a barbecue, if you're going to anything, to me, honestly, that's at someone's house, I would say. Of course, if you're going to a baby shower, you would bring a gift. That's just, I don't think I should have to mention that. But if I do, if you have got invited to a baby shower, I think you should bring something. Even if it's not, even if it's to a baby shower with somebody that you don't know, I think you still should bring something, because it's just like not an incentive, but it's just, I think it's just a form of courtesy. You know, I've been invited to baby showers and I didn't know the person, and I would just stop and get like a card, or, you know, maybe I'll stop, and there's just so many different places you could get stuff from. Like you could stop in like Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and you can just kind of like, you know, get something. And it don't have to be big, but I just wouldn't go to an event empty-handed. Or let's just say you didn't have time to stop, then just stop at like an ATM and give them a couple of dollars. Like, you know, I would say don't give them anything less than $50. I mean, you're in your 30s now, so you should be able to give someone $30. If you're gonna go to a baby shower that you weren't really officially invited to, I would say you should bring something. And if you can't get like a gift or you don't know what to give, you can ask around or just give money. Honestly, I think that a lot of people, after me having a baby, a lot of people would appreciate cash. Or you can be like, oh, if you don't got cash, be like, oh, what's your Cash App, or what's your Venmo or Zelle or whatever, and send it to them. Like, you know, because it happens like on a whim like that. And this goes for not only women, but it also goes for men. You know, just learn how to not go to someone's house empty-handed. And I do want to add that I also do this when I'm dating. You know, if I'm going to like my friend's house, a guy's friend's house, I usually ask him like, do they need something if I'm on my way in? Not unless it's just that like they don't want anything or they don't do it to me, because I could get petty like that. Then I probably won't bring anything. But for the most part, like I ask guys like all the time, like especially when they're my boyfriends or they're not my boyfriend, whatever. I'll be like, oh, you need anything from the store? Especially if he does it to you. Like if you got a dude that, and let's just say it doesn't have to be like romantically, but a platonic friend. If you know that your friend always comes to your house and he brings something, when you go to his house, just bring something. Or ask him if you don't have it. Alright, let's get into another one because I don't want my camera to overheat. So the next one is do not be afraid to say no. So the next one is do not be afraid to say no. It's on here because I think as you get older and you realize like when you're getting older and you're starting to set boundaries and starting to basically like kind of like stand up for yourself more and stop being a people pleaser, which I quickly needed to do once I had my son, because I was like a big people pleaser. I didn't want to tell people no, or I had my other reasons why I would say no. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I just didn't want to disappoint the person, or it was even times when I was younger I just didn't have it to do, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to say no more or less when it came to family and friends, because when it comes to my family and my friends, I go hard. And I realized that, you know, I wasn't getting a lot of reciprocation back, and so I quickly had to realize that no is an answer, like no full stop. And that goes when it comes to like relationships, friendships, workships, like everything, because people will take advantage. And not only that, you just don't want to put like expectations too high on yourself, and you want to have a level of self-integrity, right? So if you say yes to everything all the time, you know, there's going to be things in your life that you're going to abandon or neglect because you're saying yes to everything else. You can't say yes to everything else, because then you'll just fall short in the stuff that you really need to pay attention to. All right, moving on. That was number 2. Number 3, wear a scent to bed. So what I try to do, guys, and this is not just for this situation, I'm just saying, because I know I'm gonna get scrutinized for this, but when I'm single, right, I like to practice when I'm gonna be in a relationship, right? So what I'm gonna do when I'm in that relationship, or more or less I am practicing, because it's not like it's an on and off thing, because this is something that I actually like adjusted to. So basically I wear a scent to bed, and what I was trying to get into was the fact that you know, I like to practice how, you know, how I would want to be with my future husband, right? Like especially every day. So I would like to always smell good at night. Like I want to come to bed smelling nice and fresh and just sexy and just edible. And so I wear scent to bed. So I feel like when you wear scents to bed, it should be something really light. I wouldn't wear like a heavy fragrance to bed. I like to wear like I don't know if a lot of people use Dossier, right? But Dossier is like a perfume company that kind of like, I guess I forgot what they call the proper term is. But basically, they create cheaper fragrance. They create, like, I guess you could say, knockoff fragrances of like popular fragrances. And I like to use those because it's cheaper to wear to bed, or just something that's really like inexpensive. So if you into, I don't wear Bath and Body stuff, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody that wears it. But if you want to wear something like that, like body sprays, stuff like that, I guess one day I think I'm gonna do a perfume review of like the things that I wear now. I mean, my collection is pretty, well, let me not say extensive, because I kind of slowed down with all the perfume buying. But I would say wear like a nice, clean, fresh scent to bed, or whatever scent you wear. I don't know if you're into florals. I'm a floral girl. I'm a floral girl, and I'm a fresh linen type of girl. Like those kind of scents, cotton and stuff like that. So wear something to bed. I would say, just spray something on your nightgown. If you sleep, in the nude, then I would just like spray something behind, on your neck, and on your spray it like on your neck, on your body after you lotion and everything, so it can stick. Because I do know there's a lot of people that sleep nude. Or you could spray it on your nightgown or whatever. But I like wearing it as to bed, and I think that it's really grown and sexy. And like I said, start practicing, girl. Start practicing. He gonna come. The next thing is moisturize your skin every day. So I have been doing this for a while, like moisturizing my skin. Of course, I moisturize it every time I wipe my face, every time I wash my face. So whether it's in the morning, if it's at night, after I wash my face, especially cleansing it, I always try to use a moisturizer. I just newly started using that Clinique moisturizer, but you can use any kind of moisturizer if you want to. If you have oily skin like me, I would say use a moisturizer with like oil content at night. And then if you're going to, then in the morning when you're going to put makeup on, like I'm doing right now, then you would use the oil-free one. But moisturize your skin, not only your face, but your whole entire body. I like the sesame seed oil by Neutrogena. Yo, Neutrogena stuff, they ain't getting enough recognition. I love Neutrogena. I use their face wash, and I use the Neutrogena brain bath, and I use the sesame oil gel, especially in the summertime, because it's nice and light. So what I do is like I oil up my whole body. Now I got like a separate container, so I put some oil in it and some perfume, child, because somebody on TikTok showed me how to do that shit. Girl, you need to moisturize. Keep them ankles, your knees, your elbows, keep them shits moisturized, child. Keep them moisturized. All right, so that was number 4. So number 5 is go to therapy. So I know y'all heard me talk about this before on my channel about how I've been in therapy consistently for the last 2 years. I have 1 therapy session a week, and I have not skipped, y'all. I have not skipped. I think, matter of fact, I just switched my therapist. I think I skipped for like a month. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it again. I think everyone needs therapy, and as much as you want to skip around your life and thinking that you don't need it, you need it. I just saw a commercial for something called Better Health. How I found my therapist was on ZocDoc. It's an app that has like, you basically go in there and find a doctor, whether it's a gynecologist, oncologist, OB/GYN, any kind of medical practitioner you can find on ZocDoc. And in fact, you can filter it so it only searches for practitioners that accept your insurance. which I think is cool. So you can go on ZocDoc and you can do a search. I believe you could call your insurance company as well, and you know, tell them to give you a list of therapists that you that falls underneath your insurance, and go from there. As far as like knowing what kind of therapist you may need, I mean, it's not really so much that, I guess once you start looking for a therapist and you contact them, they're gonna ask you what are you looking for in a therapist, and then they'll probably match you to whoever they think best suits you. Be as honest with those questions as you possibly can. I feel like, what is the sense of going to therapy and you're not going to be transparent? This is a way for you to express yourself to someone who has no bias against anything in your life. I don't care how much you sit there and say that your friends and your family don't have bias. Yes, they do. They love you. They care about you. And because of that, at times, I'm probably guilty of it myself. You know, some people tend to give you advice based on what they think is right for you, or what you want to hear and everything like that. But a complete stranger that doesn't have that kind of like relationship with you, or I forgot how you say it, but anyway, you know what I mean. They are going to give you a better opinion, and I think it's just so healthy in this day and age with all the social media. I just told y'all I'm on a social media break. It's information overload. You know, people are not being themselves. People are not, they're reading these TikToks or these Instagram stories or whatever, stories, feed, shorts, or whatever you want to call them, and they think that that's therapy, and it's like, it's not, because every situation is different. And I've experienced a lot of trauma in my life, and so I needed it, and I still need it, and it's not just cut and dry. Like I told you, I've been in therapy for 2 years straight, and I am not. Every time I think that I'm like good, no, I'm not good. So, and it's not like I'm bad, I'm making progress, but you can't go to therapy for like a month or two and be like, oh, I'm good. Like, nah, it's not gonna work. So, like I said, and like I said, try it and see if you like it. You know what I'm saying? You might end up liking it, so just check it out. Next one, learn something new. So I think I had I did vlog it a couple of months ago. I had went to this wine class where it was a wine tasting pretty much, and I've never been, and so I did one by myself, of course, and it was with New York Vintners. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, if you guys want to know, I would definitely send you the link to them. In fact, I use Pulse, which is kind of like a Groupon or a Living Social, and that's where I found whatever you call it. I guess you could call it a coupon for it, and it was so nice. Like, I went there by myself. I thought I was gonna be like the only one there. You know, it was gonna be so awkward, but it was actually nothing but women there. You know, like a best friend date or whatever. They had like a charcuterie board. You know, I can never pronounce that. And you know, the lady that was actually the instructor, she was a woman too, and it was just so nice. And the place they had it at was very nice. It was a place that was near like the the World Trade Center. Parking was kind of rough, but I think I went on a Sunday, which helps in the city. If you're gonna drive to the city, it's like, yeah, just either, yeah, you can park because it's on the street because it's free on Sunday. If you go, or if you go on a Saturday or on Friday or whatever, just know that, you know, you may have to pay for parking or whatever. But I say all that to say that I think that learning something new is just very, very rewarding. It teaches you how to learn new things. I know I learned so much in that little class about, because I like Prosecco primarily and champagne. I did not know that champagne is French and Prosecco is from Italy. Didn't know that. And on top of that, I didn't know that what's the name of that? Is it Moet? Is it Moet or I think it's Moet. Or what? I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say it. But anyway, I think one of those champagne companies originated from a damn a pope or a bishop or something like that. Not a pope, I would say a bishop or something like that. I forgot what it is. I did not know that. So I think it's Moet though. Alright, so I don't know. Yeah, like I said, learn something new. Learn something new. I don't care what it is, whether it's learning how to do makeup. There's so many different learning things on YouTube. Oh my god, a plethora. If you're still trying to find something new, Skillshare I think is another learning thing. Course, ERA. Just Google whatever it is that you want to learn. It's out there. Oh, the next one on my list is take a solo vacation, y'all. Take a solo vacation. So, I'm literally very, very, very just new to this whole solo vacationing thing. I'm actually got a lot of, I actually probably didn't really start to look into it until I started watching Peyton's vlogs. Peyton Charles, she's on here. She's cool, mad funny, y'all. And she basically the majority of her vacations, if not basically all of them that I've seen, she's been solo dolo. And I mean, homegirl be in Dubai, she be in Bali by herself. I mean, she goes away. She mad brave though. Half of the stuff that she be doing I can't do. She go to other countries renting cars and all kinds of shit. And she kind of like influenced me to take solo vacations. Like Peyton Charles, she's right here on YouTube. And I took my first, I don't want to say my trip to Miami was like a solo vacation because I know people in Miami, and I'm like, I've been to Miami too many times. So I want to say my first official solo vacation was when I went to Dallas. And I ain't gonna hold y'all, I was a little like nervous because it's like I truly didn't know nobody there. And in fact, like I did kind of know somebody. But I mean, if something was gonna happen to me out there or whatever, like my job has an office out, like it would have worked, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was still scary, y'all. It was mad scary. I was mad scared. I was like, yo, this shit is deep. So that was scary. I had to rent a car because where I was staying at, and honestly, ever since I rent cars when I go out of town, it's like I have to have a car depending on where I go, because when I go to Miami I don't rent cars. It doesn't make any sense to rent cars out there because the parking is crazy, and you know, most of the time everywhere that I want to go is like always in the same spot, so it's like it's no need for me to rent a car out there. But I don't know, solo vacations is a vibe, y'all. I'm starting off real slow, and then eventually, like I said, I'll try to go like maybe to like a foreign country, but it's still like I'm still kind of scared to leave my son. And then on top of that, like I'm on a solo damn vacation, y'all. Like that's deep. Like I don't know, I be real nervous when I leave him, and it's not just because I don't trust the people that he's with or anything like that. I just have like separation anxiety because, like, yeah, if something happened, I have to get on a plane all the way back home, and you know, that shit drives me insane. Like when I'm not with him. And eventually, of course, you know, I'm getting him his little passport and stuff, and we gonna be out. But that has not happened yet. So until that happens, then yeah, mommy just gonna be nervous as hell. So I know I'm looking crazy, y'all. Let me just get this off my face before I start. Let me get this off my face first. Hold on, because I look crazy. Alright, y'all. So what was this on my last? I know I still look crazy, but I'm outside. It's always a little come together now. Oh, shout out to my Barbie little page. You know what I'm saying? Amazon. I can't wait to get my little Amazon link so y'all can be making money. Alright, so the next one on the list is going to be save money. Save a little money. So this is something that I am still struggling with, because to be honest with you guys, I've never had someone in my life to tell me what to save, when to save, and how much to save. No. No. Like to really sit down and say like, oh, you need to save this amount. No. No. And you know, me getting to this age in my life, I wish I would have known this way earlier in my life, because although I've made a lot of smart choices, I just feel like I would have been so much further along had I had someone in my life to tell me to save. And let me just give y'all an example, because this is what I want to say this, and just in case if there's someone here listening or watching that. So, like I said before, I've never had anyone to basically, tell me to save. So, let me give you an example. Like I said, when I first started working at the job that I'm at now, I've been with my job for almost 15 years, right? As someone told me when I first started the job, right, to get my 401k and don't touch it. Do not touch your 401k. By this time, I would have been able to take enough money out to put a down payment on my house. Now, when I did touch my 401k, I will be transparent with everybody. I needed it, you know. So when you have a 401k, basically, depending on, I don't know what, you know, your company may have, etc., right? When you have your 401k, you could, you know, borrow against your 401k. You can like take loans out, and you know, some of them you have to pay back and some of them you don't. But if you keep taking it out and taking out, especially when they have this thing in my particular one called a hardship withdrawal. The hardship withdrawal, you don't have to pay it back. So if you keep chipping away through the years, you ain't gonna be left with nothing. You know what I'm saying? In fact, some 401k, you know, that you're into, they give you a loan to get your first house. You know what I'm saying? And mine's do it, but like I said, it ain't nothing in there that I can use. So it's like, you know. So big mistake on my behalf. But again, you know, I didn't have nobody. And honestly, like I said before, the reasons why I was in my 401k is because I needed it. I needed it. Being on your own and having to figure everything out on your own and not having no type of, you know, fallback or anything like that, you know, it's real, and it's, you know, it's real. You know, not having that is a big thing. You know, if you have parents and family members or whatever your situation is that support you and, you know, are able to, I do understand that, you know, there are sometimes if you living with your parents and stuff like that, they may need your help financially. But if you home, and I tell every young person this now, like, do not rush out here to get your own spot, especially in New York. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's everywhere. It's very hard. If you could stay home and just save, all that bullshit trying to keep up with the Joneses and shit like that, that shit is gonna be like, there's no value in that. There's no value in it. Just save your money. And I would I would suggest, and it's just me talking as a big sis, save your money, stack your bread. Definitely try to, if you're living at home, you should be trying to take as much of your money that you can invest into your 401k as possible. So by the time you like 30, like you do that all in your 20s, and by the time you're 30, 35, you will be buying your house. You know, whether it's in New York, if you buying something in New York, make sure you're getting something that you can rent out the basement. You don't want all that financial strain on yourself. And try to get real estate as early as you can. Look at me, I'm 40 and still don't own nothing. you know. And like I said, I think most of it has to do with the fact that I'm learning everything on my own, everything. And it's not like people are volunteering information. It's like I have to dig for this information. Sometimes you know, for a long time, I didn't think I could qualify for a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, anywho, let's go on. The next thing I have on the list is write affirmations, place them where you can see every day. So this is something that I've done recently. I had some affirmations and some, you know, things that I want to accomplish in my life, and I write them down on little post-it notes, and then I put them on my bathroom mirror. And that way I can see it every single day. And you know, I just think that it's good, especially for me, because you know, I grew up like always just in a negative manner. Like everything was fear-based. And you know, like I said, I know that a lot of our parents wasn't doing things because they, you know, wished bad on us. They was doing things because they had their own fears and stuff like that. So if it wasn't for me being the type of person that I am, I'm very, very like ambitious, outgoing. Like if it wasn't for me being like that, like I probably wouldn't have been half the places I've been, and I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. Not to say that I think I'll be doing even worse, but I don't think I would be as ambitious as I am today if I didn't continue to push myself forward. And writing affirmations for me is just basically trying to change my mindset from being predominantly negative to being positive. You know, I do feel like a lot of my trauma contributes to the negative thinking, but it's not like bad. Having a relationship with God helps as well. And so getting older, having a child, I want to push him as much as I possibly can, because I know at the end of the day I'm not going to be able to control him. But I feel like I want to start being a lot more positive than I have been in the past. Feel me? So, and then I just put like some post-it notes. I write some affirmations. For example, let's just say you want to like just say, I want my dream home. You know, right on the, you know, the post-it note, I will have my dream home. You know, basically incorporate like a sense of like it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I want, let's just say you want a Chanel bag. Write it on the post-it note. I want a Chanel bag in 2023. No, I will have my Chanel bag in 2023. And the reason why I put it on my bathroom mirror is because I look at my bathroom mirror every single day. But if you have another place you want to put it, if you ever saw me and Mary Jane, she had it all over the house. And like I said, your affirmations could be anything. It can be anything you want and anything you're trying to attract. But also know that in conjunction of manifestation and affirmations, you have to do the work as well. So if you're trying to get a Chanel bag, maybe you need to have like a savings, like where every 2 weeks you got like $50 going into like another account, another savings account. Like every time you get paid, and you can do that at your job. If you got direct deposit, just have them automatic. Or I think you can do it through your bank. So every time you get your direct deposit, it can just withdraw like $50 and it could go into another account. And that's your Chanel bag savings or your vacation savings. Whatever your goal is, you have to do the work behind it. You can't just say, oh, and that's another thing. You can't say, oh, I want a man, but then you sitting in the house, you ain't on no dating sites, or you not going outside. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't saying the answer to dating sites is everything. You know, you need to go other places though. Stop walking around the neighborhood or going to the same parties. You may have to step out your comfort zone. If you're always going out with your friends, then go outside by yourself sometimes. Go to a sporting event by yourself. Go to the gym by yourself. And you need to do things that you don't normally do. If you need to start striking up conversations with guys, you can ask them oh, what time is it? Oh, where's this? Just act like a damsel in distress. They love a motherfucking damn suit is just stressed. So yeah, just be like, oh, what time is it? Oh, I like your shirt. Oh, where you get your sneakers from? Oh, I like that bag. Oh, I like your haircut. Oh, you look like somebody I know. Where you from, girl? Or just be like, oh, you know, I'm looking for, I don't, you know, I know you probably might not smoking that in, but you could be like, oh, you know, we're talking about some libations at, like, you know, you gotta know how to speak to guys. And once you start talking to them, they're gonna start talking to you. Like, it's so easy, but you gotta just, you know, put yourself out there a little bit. All right, the camera's overheating a little bit. I want to try to get as much of this out as possible. All right, the next thing on here is go to the gym. So the reason why I put this on the list, and y'all can look at me and say, why she saying going to the gym only looks like she go to the gym? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I would go a whole lot more if I didn't have a damn 2.5 But I'm saying this because everybody thinks that going to the gym just only means that you're going to the gym because, I know I just stopped doing my makeup, right? You're going to the gym because you're trying to lose weight. Okay. Going to the gym does not always mean that you're going to the gym to lose weight. It doesn't. It's good for your endorphins. It's good for your mood. It's good for your sex drive. It's good for your body. It is literally therapy for your body. So, and this is just like a cross reference to go back to the therapy, because one of my therapists told me this before. Every time we get out, we get, you know, our stomach hurts or we get sick, we go to the doctor. If something is going on down there, we go to the doctor. If we need to go something wrong with our teeth, we go to the dentist, right? But when something is going on with us emotionally, we just sit in a corner and cry or go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? No, there is a doctor for that, which is a therapist or a gym membership. Okay? And you will be surprised, like, how much that relieves that kind of stress off you. 20 to 30 minutes of exercise a day. You could do your research. Google it right now while you're watching this video and see what the benefits are for doing exercise. Now, I know myself, and I'm, like I said, I'm just saying this because I know the difference in me. When I'm in a bad mood, when I'm feeling like I'm depressed or I'm getting there, because you don't want to, if you feel it coming on, this is the best time to go to the gym, get on the treadmill for like 30 minutes. You get to see some dudes while you in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta go for that. I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? But depending on what gym you go to, because some of them don't be having no shorties in there. I'll tell you, we can talk about that in another way. But yeah, go to the gym, see if you know, look around. You never know. You never know, y'all. I go to LA Fitness, so yeah. It was like, anywho, you know, I guess I could go to Planet Fitness. Go to LA Fitness, y'all. Don't be going to Planet Fitness because, like, let me stop playing. That is not true. Stop. But anyway, go to the gym, and like I said, it's very beneficial. My next one, stay up to date with your doctor's appointments. So, you know, especially going into, I mean, by the time you're going into your 40s, I mean, you should know this, which I know common sense ain't common. But keep making sure you're keeping up with your dentist appointments, your GYN appointments, your primary care. And I believe for women, we're supposed to start getting our mammograms at 40, or is it 35? Yeah. So you got to stay up to date with those things. Make sure you know what your physical state is. Blood pressure, you know, all that stuff. Get that stuff together, y'all. GYN, you know what tests y'all need to be taking. I don't need to go into that with y'all. But, you know, primary doctors do some of those things too. I believe even if you go to an urgent care, sometimes you can get certain tests done. I mean, at like the GYN level, unless they tell you that you have to go to a GYN. So just stay up to date with that stuff. It's just going to put you in it's going to make you, and that's another thing, doing all these things that I'm saying, it's going to make you feel better about yourself. You're gonna have more confidence, and you're gonna tolerate less bullshit. I'm telling you, when you feel good about yourself from the inside out, you are going to feel so much better about yourself, and it's going to allow you to see yourself in a different light, and you're not going to tolerate half of the shit. And I'm not just talking about guys. Everything and about them. It's meaning everybody and everything. You're going to know your worth more. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I just be stopping doing my makeup because I be chit-chatting. The next thing, I don't think I'm going to do lashes, y'all. I don't think I'm going to do lashes today. The next thing on here is to drink water mostly. This is something else that I've been trying to, you know, do. So now I drink a half a gallon of water a day. So that, you know, equivalent, it is 40's, like, Poland Spring bottle a day at bare minimum. It's probably way more than that, but I drink 4 of those a day or more. Most of the time it's gonna be more for me because I just sit here and drink water all day, and it's just gonna make you feel again much better. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna go to the bathroom, you're gonna see what comes out, and it's gonna be nice and clear. Yeah, take a cup and be like, look how clear mine is. So yeah, and it's good for your skin, and it's good for your body, and it's good for what I'm realizing too. Sidebar, down there. Okay, I mean, it still depends on if you like the person too, you know what I'm saying? But don't go chasing waterfalls, stick to the rivers and what you used to. That's what you're gonna have to tell somebody, because I had to tell somebody that one day. Alright, y'all, so yeah, like I said, just drink your half a gallon of water a day, and that will be that. I don't know, so I know I look very chalky on screen, but I'm not even chalky. And plus when I said it, it's gonna look crazy, it's just gonna look cute. Let me get a little bit of so what was we up to? The drinking water, right? Alright. So excuse me if y'all hear. Y'all already know I live in a war zone, so sorry. I have a hospital right by my house, so that's why y'all always hear an obscene amount of ambulances. Plus there's like a lot of like retirement homes over here, so that adds to it. I think I need to dim this light, because I told y'all I'm not the... Alright, next thing on the list is to let go and let God. So something that I had to learn how to do, y'all, something that I've been learning how to do, because it takes a long time. It takes a long time to get it. This is the best eyeliner ever. Y'all see it? Is the Kiss automatic, and I use the shade Blackest Black, so automatic eyeliner. I'm gonna just throw some more real quick. So yeah, let go and let God. Oh, you know what, before I do that, I'm really not doing my makeup the way I'm supposed to, because I'm talking and trying to film. So I usually spray, and that's why I probably look extra chalky. So I spray my face with this Charlotte Tilbury. I think I showed y'all this in a Sephora haul. I spray my face first, and then I start to like do the final touches. I'm not doing lashes today. Not happening. So anywho, yeah, let go, let God. I'm learning how to do this day by day. It's not something that is easy to do, but if I call myself a Christian, Baptist, whatever, and I say that I worship or I believe in God, then I should be able to let go and let God. And I think that this is another part of self-care, allowing the universe and the Lord to do his work. I feel like, and this is like my true honest opinion, no matter how much you think you can seek revenge, nothing is more gratifying than what the Lord can do. Okay? What you can fathom that can hurt someone else's feeling, or what you think that you can do, God would do something that you wouldn't even been able to do. Okay? And so that's why you gotta let him do his work. And harboring that kind of like, I don't know why I was itching right here, but anyway, harboring that kind of anger, it doesn't do any good to you. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you look good. And you know, honestly, it can make you sick. And I realized throughout the years, there's so much stuff that I wish and I still struggle with certain things. But I realized once I let go and let God, child, I just be like, whoa. I would have never, ever, ever thought of something like that, or fathom X, Y, and Z. And on top of that, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I truly don't give a shit about nobody care, about nobody, how nobody, what they think about me. And I think that has always been my superpower. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess I have to owe that to, like, you know, how I was raised, and it's not like our parents sat around and was like, oh, you better than everybody, and, you know. In fact, it was like the complete opposite, you know. But for some reason, I just have this natural ability to not give a fuck, because I don't care. And it's not because I think I'm better than anyone, it's just that I just truly don't care. You know, it's either you're in my life, you're not in my life, you were in my life, you're not in my life. Like, I really don't care. I think, I don't know, maybe it's unnatural, but I don't. Anyhow, like I said, let go, let God, don't let the devil win. There's so many things that's beyond your control, and the best revenge is to level up and be happy. Oh, the next one is accept that he's just not that into you. So I know, and I'm guilty of it myself, is that, you know, of course, you know, when we like someone, right, we want them to like us back. You know, this simply as simple as you can say it. And unfortunately, that's not the way it goes. And this e.l.f. mascara, y'all, is called Lash Out Loud. I love this mascara. So when I'm not wearing lashes, I just put this on. So anyway, accept that he's just not into you. And so, like I said, if, you know, we like somebody, we want them to like us back. And if they don't like us back, we're upset. And, oh, why he don't like me? Yeah. And that's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't like everybody to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So what makes you think that somebody's supposed to like you the way you like them? You know, and this is not something that I just accepted. This took me a long time, and I have finally come to the realization that I'm okay with that, because I don't want to be in a situation with somebody that don't like me as much as I like them. I don't. And it takes some time. It does. And you know, you get upset and you're like, oh, you know, why doesn't he like me? And why doesn't he want to be with me? And da 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 da. And you just gotta look at it like, I dodged the bullet, girl. I dodged the bullet because when you sit there and you deal with somebody and you waste all your time and your energy on somebody, and then, girl, here's what I'll say. It's gonna be hard to find out who likes you, doesn't like you, because some men pretend that they like you. They pretend that they like you so they could get what they want. Right? But your goal, your job is to find out as soon as you can if this person likes you or they don't like you, so you get your ass up out of there. And you'll know who's gonna like you based on how they treat you. And it won't take you having to ask everybody like, oh, does he like me? Do you think he likes me? If you gotta go to your friend or whoever and ask them, do they think that this person likes you, then there's a problem. There's a problem. So once you have to come to that realization that you gotta ask somebody to give you an opinion whether or not if they think that somebody like you, then the motherfucking problem. And accept it and move on. You know, don't be getting all crazy, calling this nigga like, Nope. Take it as a blessing in disguise. Take it as a blessing in disguise and move on with your bad self. You'll find somebody else. But one thing I will say is this. If you find out that a guy don't like you like that, and you're still entertaining him, then you're gonna keep attracting that kind of energy. If you find out that he doesn't like you like that, move on and leave him alone. There are other men, there's plenty, I keep saying there's plenty of fish in the sea. It's plenty of D in the sea. So don't be sitting there wasting your time with nobody that is not reciprocating energy. And like I said before, especially to my young girls, because I've been there. Okay? If you realize or understand, you finally came to a realization that he's not into you, you need to move. Don't stay there for no reason. I don't care how fun he is, there's somebody out there funner. I don't care how big he is, there's somebody out there bigger. I don't care how fine he is, there's somebody out there finer. But the longer you entertain what's not for you, is the longer you're delaying what's for you, okay? So, get up out of there, girl. Get up out of here. Get up out of here as soon as you can. You know, don't run. Don't walk. Run. Well, run is what I'm trying to tell you right now. Okay. Next one is masturbate. Again, this is about self-care. I think that another saving grace for me was learning how to please myself. And I think that this is good because it teaches you, you know, how to love yourself. Like, how are you going to tell somebody how to, or why would you want someone to be solely responsible for your pleasure? No. And how you going to tell somebody what you like and you don't know what you like? And again, masturbation to me is the answer to everything. Okay? If you're stressed out, if you're mad, if you happy, if you hungry, I mean, don't make it excessive to hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? But just, and even if you're in a relationship, I think it's good for you to constantly have that groove. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good for you. You know what I'm saying? To constantly be in that groove and to constantly, you know what you want. Okay? So, yeah, listen to me. I'm giving y'all the goods. All right, next thing is pay your tithes and go to church. I'm only talking to the people that, is religious, I guess. And I can just say it like this. If you got, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. That's enough. Plus, it's not like a, makeup tutorial, so I ain't gotta do all that. So yeah, pay your tithes, go to church. I feel like that's important to do because I feel like it's important because it gives you a sense of responsibility outside of what your normal responsibility is, which is paying your bills, taking care of your responsibilities day to day. This is outside of that, and it gives you something else to do. It also gives you networking skills, people skills. You don't realize the people that you can meet at church. Now, I'm not saying going to church looking for a man, but maybe you can. I don't, that's never my intention. And, maybe it is somebody else's intention and they might be successful at it, but that's not my intention. You can get involved with the church if you want to. You can learn a lot of business stuff by going to church or getting involved in church and paying your tithes. It's like, kind of like the way I look at it, I know when I'm paying my tithes, it's supporting my church, but I also look at it as I'm giving like a donation kind of, consistently, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that I feel like has brought on more blessings for me, personally. I don't know if that is the same for you or anyone else, but I feel like when I pay my tithes that it's bringing me on more blessings, so to speak, without getting too deep into that. So think about it. You don't have to do it, but that's just something that I feel like you should know before turning 40, or you should know in your 30s. The next thing is get proper rest. Please, guys, make sure that you're getting the adequate amount of sleep that you possibly can. So I know with small children it's pretty hard because they march to a beat of their own drum. So what I've done now, my son, he does have a set schedule to go to sleep. Before I would stay up like an hour after he went to sleep just to kind of get some stuff done around the house or just kind of lose some moments to myself. But now, lately, when he go to sleep, I go to sleep. Okay? So I can get all the sleep that I can possibly get, child. I be tired. Yo, when I tell you guys, having a toddler is the most exhausting. And it's like he's about to be 3, so I know it's gonna get worse. And I'm just like trying to get him to eat, anywho, like I said, get your proper rest. Try to get like at least 8 hours of sleep or more. And if you have to, like I said, I log up for social media. Get your rest. It's good for you. It's really good for you. The next one, I kind of said this already, but because I kind of went up in a tangent as usual. Don't entertain what you don't want. So again, I think this also not only goes in relationships, but it goes into friendships. So if you have people around you that are toxic, this is family too, y'all. This is family too. If you got people around you that are very toxic, I really think that it's best that you really just try to eliminate those individuals out your life. And the reason why I'm saying that is because people that are not happy with themselves and not happy where they are in life, they will inflict their negativity onto you. And I will admit, I do not believe that they are doing it intentionally. I think that they don't even really honestly know what they're doing. But once you start to get on a journey of really like self-love, and you start weaning away the toxicity in your life, you're more alert, you're more aware of what you do not want to entertain anymore, especially when you start to become more successful in your life, and you don't have like, and especially if you got kids, it's like, I'm definitely not going to tolerate your behavior and I have a whole toddler to deal with. Nah, it's somebody else to do it. So don't entertain what you don't want. So if you don't want a toxic relationship, don't entertain anybody that's toxic. If you don't want a toxic relationship with your job, your relationships, your friendships, don't entertain it. Don't entertain anything you don't want. The more, I'll say it again, the more you entertain something that is not meant for you, then it will remain and continue, okay, in different forms, okay? You're blocking your blessings, okay? I try to tell all my friends whoever I feel like needs to hear it, don't entertain what you don't want. I don't know what other way to say it. You know what I mean. So we got 2 more. The next one is don't settle and keep many options. So of course you know what I mean when I say that, is when you're dating out here, don't settle. And don't settle into me, meaning, okay, so let me give you an example, because I think a lot of people interpret don't settle in with monetary, and it's not always monetary. So don't settle into me, don't settle for me is being in a situation with someone where in your spirit, in your soul, you know that this is not what you really want, but you're there and you're staying in it because maybe it's safe, maybe the person is financially, lucrative, and you want an aspect of that, but you don't like the way the person talks to you, you don't like the way the person treats you, you don't hear from them for a couple of days, that's what I mean. And also, don't put all your, when you're dating, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you're dating, right, you're not in a relationship, right, you need to have like a couple of different options, because 99.9% of the time when you put your eggs in one basket, it don't work out, and now you're disappointed. So again, and I think I said it in another video or whatever, until a man tells you like, this is where I want to be, like I want to be with you, I want us to be in a relationship, ... you are single, okay? And if you're single, you need to have other options. And if he asks you, like, be honest, be like, hey, we're dating, like, if he's the right man, he's not going to be intimidated by it, and he's going to be like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying, so am I, or whatever, because more often than not, they are they are dating other people. Duh, you think you're the only one? No. So yeah, you need to have your little options open, and you don't gotta be doing, relations with every one of them. No, you could just have one, or not do nothing with none of them. You know what I'm saying? And just have friends that you talk to on the phone with, go out on a date with, go play ball with, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh. So anyway, they be having options, so you need to be having options too. So the last one is one time is too late. So ladies or gentlemen, I don't think it's any gentlemen watching this, but whatever. If you have appointments, or especially when it comes to work or business related, I feel like one time is too late. I feel like when you have something that you are, especially when it comes to business, you need to be at least 15 minutes early. Even if you gotta sit there and wait for the person for 15 minutes, oh well, you are on time. And the reason why I say that is because there's always something, when you got something to do, and you be like, why every time I got something to do, it's always something. It's like, I remember when I used to go to work, I used to actually get to work like 30 minutes early every day. And it just gives you time for error, and that little, you'll be surprised. I'm not saying this will work, but that little thing that you're doing, you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who is admiring you. And this is in a retrospect of management. That little bit of, that little adjustment that you made to get to work a little 30 minutes early or 15 minutes early, you don't know what kind of impact that could be making. So that's what another thing. You gotta be smart about stuff. And following the herd is not going to get you seen, sweetheart. You gotta stand out. Boom. Do I need to say anything else? Okay, I thought so. So, I'm stupid, y'all. Alright, we're wrapping this up. So that was actually 20 things every woman should know in their 30s. And I do have a bonus. So my bonus is to all beautiful women out there and men, listen to your intuition, okay? This is something that I have been struggling with my entire life because I never had someone to tell me this, okay? And I honestly probably wouldn't have been mature enough to really understand what it means until now. I was watching a video by Stefan Labasia. I forget how to pronounce his name properly, but he is, I guess you could call, a relationship kind of like expert. And for the longest time, and I've been talking to my therapist about this, I've been trying to figure out what is the difference between listening to your intuition and what is your fear. And just so happened one day, he was the topic that he was discussing had nothing to do with this, right? It was something, but just so happened I was watching one of his videos one day, and he said that, you know, he was saying that listen to your intuition. He always says that, like, listen to your intuition, but he said the way to figure out whether or not it's your fear or it's your intuition is, I think he said your fear is when, if I can find a clip for y'all, because I don't remember what video it was, I'll insert it. But he said the way to figure out if it's your fear or your intuition. So this is what he said. He said your fear is when you're walking up to something and, like, let's just say you're walking up into he didn't use this example, but it's something similar. He said, like, if you're walking up into like an abandoned building, and before you could get into the abandoned building, you're like, oh, it's abandoned, there's crackheads in there, there's, you know, something's gonna happen to that's fear. Intuition, he said, is if you walk into a room and everything is perfect, like the lighting, the people are nice, the tablecloths are clean and white, pristine, you sit down in a chair and it's the most comfortable chair you ever been in your life. But for some reason, in your spirit, in your soul, something is saying, get the F out now. That is the way he said it. And when he said it in that mannerism, I really correlated with it. Because there's been instances many times in my life where I had the intuition telling me, like, something is up, something is up, something is up. And I didn't listen to it. And I'm like, oh, there's nothing wrong, ain't nothing happened. Child, 2 weeks later, a week later, whatever, or I say my prayers and consulting the Lord, and sure enough, that thing will pop up that my intuition was telling me. So now you know what I do when my intuition is telling me. Like, I don't wait for nothing to happen. I just make a move. I just make a move. I don't go digging. I don't go looking. I just leave. Okay? And that's basically all I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop the microphone now. So So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. I know it was kind of ghetto, whatever you want to call it. I was trying to show, I knew I wasn't going to show y'all the products because I can't do that. I tried to do it. I told y'all this is my second time filming this where I was trying to show y'all the products. And y'all should see how that came out. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you would like something like this in the future. You know, I'm going into my 40s now, so I'm gonna have some new gems. I mean, I'll have like other things that I feel like, you know, if I come up with something else that I feel is relevant or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'll just drop that. But anywho, thank you guys for checking it out, and I will see you guys on probably the weekly vlog next. Peace.
Why make me wait for so long? So long. I don't like being in the dark. No, I don't. At the time it's like you ain't there. Where you at? You stopped acting like you care. You know I want my money long. I want clear COVID nights. Who even knows your name?